Over time, as things become more prosperous and safe, they become less peculiar and interesting. That's evident in no place more than here. And what makes life interesting, for the most part, is peculiarity.
Austin's changed. A whole bunch of places that were here 10 years ago are gone. It's just memories.
There's always something that was really cool and you should have seen it and it was the best thing in the world, but it's gone and now it's not here anymore.
Lazenby started May 7th of 1970. The guy that designed and opened Lazenby, Michael Beaudet, was this like pretentious Yale dropout set designer. His idea was to have this like Parisian-style cafe here in the outback of Austin, Texas. Austin was 1/4 the size it is now, so it was just the University of Texas and the state capital, and apart from that, a few banks.
So it was just these old mom-and-pop stores there, and everybody just kind of walked or rode a bike. You could go and see everything in the world for, you know, $3 or $2.
When Lazenby first opened, it attracted like students and faculty and this, you know, hip artistic crowd.
But at Lazenby, it was so close to the school, it was a block away from school. So you could always sit there and find someone you know walking by.
So you had the counterculture types, you had the, you know, movie fans, the international expats, they'd come by.
But Lazenby was definitely an important part in Austin. Everyone, at one time or another, went to Lazenby.
So in 1974, I took my first group shot of all of the people that worked at Lazenby, the waitresses, the cooks, Newman, everybody, even an occasional customer. And I continued to do that until Lazenby closed. People would move in and out of the orbit of Lazenby, but there was something about Lazenby that was always the same.
I told him I'd be the janitor, so I worked as the janitor for a couple of weeks. And it was total chaos, and they were losing money. And I told him I would be the manager for 25% of the profits. He thought that was a good deal because there weren't any profits. I took it over at that point, and that continued for 27 years. Your taxi has arrived. Thank you.
What really made Les Amis special is that it was more than a restaurant. It was a lot more like a club. It was always understood that if nothing was going on, all you had to do was go down to Les Amis and you'd find something to do or somebody to hang out with.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, not much.
How's it going?
All right.
What are you guys up to tonight?
Not much, just kind of talking.
It's hard to describe. It's one of those things you can't really put into words. It was just kind of a feeling. And that's what I think I was trying to capture in Slacker. It was just that kind of unspoken feeling among people.
I started working at Les Amis sometime in the early 80s, and I'd only been to Les Amis like once or twice before I started working there, and I thought it was kind of a weird place.
I think it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas story, where all the defective toys hang out outside of Santa Land. That's what it was kind of like, only with alcohol and drugs.
The corner of 24th, Guadalupe, Nueces, and San Antonio right there was just kind of like the Austin's version of Haight-Ashbury. There was a flurry of activity. There's skate punks skating all over the place. There was a place called Mad Dog and Beans that was right there, and they've always done some kind of party or some kind of event, concert out in the parking lot. It was a little bit wilder time. It was pretty wild. It was probably the most diverse time of that whole area you'd see in Les Amis. Punks and hippies, cowboys and, you know, frats even, if they dared.
This is where it was, where this goddamn Starbucks is now.
At this location, I never saw this, but I have heard that there was a, what are those shops called where they sell pipes and bongs?
From people I've talked to, they said that this used to be another coffee shop, a private coffee shop called, oh, I don't remember.
I don't really remember much other than that I remember there being a record store where Smoothie King is now.
They failed to take advantage of the location. I mean, this corner where they've got this deck elevated, that was the best feature of the place. You could sit down at the sidewalk level, and just a few feet away from you, there'd be all these people walking back and forth, going to campus.
Hey, you got a cigarette? It was amazing how quick, to me, it felt it was a positive term. Like, yeah, slacker. It meant someone with this energy and intelligence and doing something interesting with their lives, someone not settling for the status quo, something who was probably going to do something interesting in the world. And then it's amazing how quick it became pejorative and how quick it became a negative judgment. Ultimately, this is sort of a threat, you know, that there were these people living outside the commercial mainstream who had other concerns than, you know, what they should be buying and selling.
Rather than plunge into the pre-programmed agenda of going through school and getting a job somewhere and focusing on financial stability and career advancement and establishing a family and all that, they wanted to find something that was more satisfactory to them as individuals. So they ended up hanging around a lot, killing time, waiting for something to happen, trying to figure out who they were and what they were doing. And Les Amis always attracted people like that because it was a place where you could spend a lot of time and bump into other people doing the same thing.
If you go back and look at all the locations in Slacker, you'll never be able to match them up with present-day locations. They're not there anymore.
I like to see my mug on the screen. Oh yeah, there's something nice about